I want to share a bit of a conversation that I had with Maria Shriver not too long ago. Maria and I are going to be collaborating at her site, mariashriver.com, as well as at my site, danmulhern.com. It turns out that we both have very similar paths. We've led in some ways in the public space at work, but we also look at how do we lead at home. You'll hear from Maria some of her own challenges, but interestingly, you'll hear her talk about what she calls architects of change. It's really the same thing that I talk about when I talk about everyday leadership. So check us out, again at my site and at hers periodically. Here's Maria talking about architects of change. You're moving into a new phase in your life, Maria, where you've transitioned and your children transition. And now, not in a big formal role in the media as you were once, or as First Lady, you're doing something different. And you talk about architects of change. Tell me what that means for you.
Well, I started talking about architects of change when I became First Lady of California, and I define an architect of change as someone who sees a problem and doesn't wait for someone else to come along with the solution. So that can be at home. You can be an architect of change by changing the conversation at the dinner table or instituting one. You can be an architect of change by being the best caretaker for a parent who's ailing. You can be an architect of change by raising kids that are well-balanced and are happy and also aware of the world around them. You can be an architect of change by running for office, by changing your school lunch menu. There's all of these ways to be architects of change at home, in the community, and in the world. But I really believe that there is an architect of change in each and every person. And I try to convene the greatest hearts and minds to instill tools and information and inspire people to see themselves that way. You know, to really believe that their lives are their message, that it's not up to someone who's a governor or first lady or someone who's born wealthy or, you know, someone who has all kinds of opportunities, that some of the greatest change comes from, as Margaret Mead said, a small group of people. In fact, it's the only thing that actually has changed the world.
Well, it's so great that Maria Shriver and I are together. Our spouses came into office together 8 years ago, and now we're both reimagining our lives and trying to help other people reimagine their life. So love to have you check out my site and see what's there. And Maria's got a cornucopia of riches at her site of wonderful help to reimagine your life, to live, as Maria would say, in the open field, to be an architect of change, not to have life happen to you, but to have you happen to life. So stick with us.